How y'all doing today? I'm Stanley Jones. I'm 40 years old. I'm from Philly. They call Uptown. I came here today, took a day off work because I care about kids, and I probably got kids probably older than y'all. My oldest is 23. The middle was 18, and my baby is 16. She played with George Washington. Yeah, I see, I'll start from the beginning. I grew up with a mother and a father. My mother never worked with my pop. He worked for the Inquiry. He retired. My brother, 10 years older, he was in the service, became like a detective or whatever, but I was like the black sheep, and I wanted to have my own identity. Y'all being kids, I never had a chance to be a kid. Too fast. I went from sports to the streets. I didn't play video games, watch cartoons, and eat cereal. I never did that because it wasn't my environment. I was out on the block. Some of y'all know about that. But as me being an older man, I'm seeing today it's dangerous for young men out here. Like, y'all need to make better choices because it can go down like that. I know a lot of y'all make faces. Everybody, it's always gonna be somebody tougher than you. Just like there's always somebody tougher than me. So, making better decisions for your life is a good choice. I spent over 7 years in the state prison. I went back to prison. I've been in juvenile prison. I've been through a reigning system. I've been through the whole gamut on the street. But I also was an excellent athlete. I went to Bishop McDonough High School, played football, played basketball. My first organized sport was baseball. My pop never missed a game. I played for the Ivy Hill Saints, 45s, always 125s. And I hit hard, had color on my helmet. Yeah, but I threw those choices away. But now God gave that gift to my daughter. She gave it to George Washington. She was going to do it. About making mistakes, you can't recover. Everybody's going to make mistakes. But should nobody be a follower? I never was a follower. So any choice that I made, it was bad or good, I made it on my own. That's why I can stand what I do. So should none of y'all follow, let anybody lead y'all to do something that you don't feel comfortable doing. Because it's going to cost you in the end. So in life, as I learned from Joe, is that you got to have a flight plan. You can't come out after school and hang out. You got to come out with an itinerary, something to do. Okay, we're going to go study, we're going to go do this. Not go hang out, man. Young guys die, man. I seen 2 guys get buried in the last couple weeks. Younger than me. I'm older, young. It's dangerous out there, man. Most importantly, I think y'all should listen to your parents, because I don't believe a lot of y'all, y'all think y'all have choices in life, that you don't have to take the roads that I take. You should listen to your parents. You should get your education, first of all. Like I said, I'm proud to say I got a daughter that graduated from Bloomsburg. She got her own car, she worked. We ain't got the best relationship. We live together. My 18-year-old, you know how girls are. We are friends, but I enforce that I'm not your friend. You don't have to like it. If your hands go down, your shorts is past your knee, you gotta go in and take that off. You need to meet him. When your boy come around here, I need to meet him. And, it's different like trying to reestablish relationships with my children being away so long, even though, I call them every day, I talk to them, I see them. And when I come back, it's still the same, but I'm sure they got resentments. Just like I got resentments too, but you can always work on, read back. So now I try to put like God first, my family, my community, so that's why I'm here with y'all. And my hobbies, I like to fish. I've been in Florida, South Carolina fishing, just because somebody might say, I think I'm like a jailbird and been in jail all my life, but I also read thousands and thousands of books. I've been in college, in jail, on the street. I came out of jail to do construction. I've been doing it for over the last 10 years. I worked with the guys I grew up with for over 30 years, and they all been in trouble. We all been in trouble. Now we getting smarter. Now we trying to do our own thing. But I'm gonna come here and talk to y'all, so y'all don't have to go through that. You can go to school, go to college. My dream is going to Bloomsburg. It's like having a house. It's like having a mortgage. But sometimes you do have to take an investment in your future. But you can start by taking an investment in your future now by doing your schoolwork, staying away from weed, showing up at school. It's a blessing to get up. You don't have to get up. A lot of the things I've been through, I ain't had to make it, but I'm here. I guess I'm here for a reason to come here and talk to y'all, so I hope what y'all saying, that y'all can listen and understand what I'm saying. Y'all know how it is when you get pulled over by the cops out here, it's dangerous. Girls out here, it's bad men out here. It's bad men out here. That's why I worry about my daughter. Somebody say, oh, they doing a video, she thinks she cute, she gonna jump in and don't know who she is. It's dangerous. I just advise y'all to really listen to your parents. I know if I would listen to my parents when I was young, I wouldn't have made the choices that I made. I don't regret nothing because it made me the man that I am, and I love you. no matter what, if I die today, I'm cool with myself. But I also want to try to spread y'all that it's a better way. So kids, I've always been brutally honest with them. I never hid nothing from them. So they know that maybe that's not the way to go. I'm happy it came out like that. They doing better things. Man, you like a big guy, you play sports?
Yeah.
What you play? You defensive end or something?
Football, wrestling.
Football, wrestling, that's what I'm saying. You help your parents out, get you a scholarship. So I told my daughter she wanted to go to school in Southern California. Well, I can't pay for you to go to school in California, so you need to get your education. I gave you the skills to play basketball, so you need to use that. All parents want their kids to be better than them. My dad, I can be honest, never missed none of my games, football, basketball, football. He was right there, and he still helped me today. But he also taught me how to be a gentleman. I don't know how many of y'all have male role models in your hood, but a lot of times I was like teased because I had a mother and a father. Guys didn't have dads that was there. Like my dad would put his hands on me. So I got old enough to say you can't put your hands on me. Like I had a child at 16, I was already grown. I wasn't in school. I didn't get an education until I went to prison. I was already gone. Y'all still have a chance. I wasn't coming to school, man. I was on the street. So you got a chance to turn your life around, man. Just try to think about your decisions, just pros and cons. I'm sure everybody got common sense. Is this really worth it? No, what I'm telling you is it's not. What's that Remy Ma song that just came out? 7 years, 6 summers? I did that. It's not easy. You know, some people don't make it. Some people can't go through the things I've been through and come here and be able to talk to you like that. I'm sure a lot of people might have people in the way, or maybe not. It's just not the right thing to do. But any mistake you make in life that you can recover. I get up, I go to work every morning. I take my daughter to the bus stop. I go to my daughter's basketball games. I still take her to a little game because I actually have a little game, nice game. But you know, just being real with y'all. Now, I didn't come here with nothing to say. I just want to come and be real with y'all. Man. Listen to your parents and make your choices. Don't be fooled by peer pressure. Because what I did learn is hurt people hurt people. So somebody might see you and like this way, they might try to pull you down. So at the end of the day, when you die, you can't tell nobody else's story. You got to tell your story. So that's why I live my life the way I did it. So at the end of the day, right or wrong, it's my story to tell. I don't want to be known as telling somebody else's story. So I'm telling you all my story. And y'all should live your life with y'all can tell your story. How you got your education, how you did this, play sports, how you didn't follow the rest of the guys that's out there hanging out. You know, when I was growing up, I said these hands would never work. When I found out drugs was out in the 90s, I said these hands would never work. I was in for a trip. My brother told me he's old. He said you can play now and work later, or you can work now and party later. My brother ready to retire at 54 and make double his pension doing nothing. And I'm 40, and I got to go out construction and work like a young guy. So you can work now and play later, but eventually, if you're lucky, you'll be able to go out and work. I got friends I grew up with that got life in prison and never come home. They call my phone since 91 and never come home. So I'm fortunate enough to be here. All of us have a line to cross. If you make a mistake, there is consequences. You'll have to stand what you do. So, but you can change though. I mean, I'm here. I did a lot, but I took time to come see y'all, man, because I care. Especially care about my brothers, man, because I know it's hard out here. I got 3 daughters that always got me like, oh, I got daughters, right? But I'm much safer when my daughter's worrying about a boy coming over there and my son walking home with a hoodie.
Pardon the announcement. Teachers, please send hard copies of attendance down.
Be careful, man.
Thank
Somebody
you.
focus on education. Play some sports, man. Find some girls or something, man. Let's see, anybody have any questions for me?
How to get out of it?
How'd I get out of what?
Like, you get in trouble with some drugs and all that.
Yeah, well, eventually I had to make a choice and say I can't really sell drugs. That wasn't like all my thing, but I made a conscious choice in life to say I like my bed where it's at. I don't want that bed. I like my bed where it's at. So, at the end of the day, we all got to grow up. Honestly, the last time I went, it wasn't for anything that I did. It was because of my past. So I'm saying, while we're young now, you might let you get away here, they let you get away, but eventually they build stuff on you. Then you can't get out. You can't call mommy. You're stuck. You won't be able to call nobody to help you. It's just you. I've been the greatest for 800 people on the block. Their door. It's just you. So I wouldn't want to show everybody to do none of that. You can get an education. Obama just signed the bill. I went to the community college the other day, enrolled in some more classes, because I was on academic probation, but he got an exemption. We're about to do my 2 classes. All that'll go away. So I'm going to continue on and go to school, because I prefer books. I love to read. That's one of my hobbies. I read. So I'd rather do this than go to construction and work out. So, but at the end of the day, y'all should have choices. Don't be limited. All my life, I thought I was limited. I'm nothing but a drug dealer. This is what I'm good at. I'm good at running in the streets and stuff like that. I can talk a little bit, had a couple girls or whatever, but I was a sucker at the end of the day. That's why they called me trap. I got trapped. If I was smart, the same guys that I was laughing at, they laughing at me now. They went to school, they graduated, they married, they doing their thing. And they may not have the heart that I have to be the person that I am, because I'm a man of principle. But they made it life successful, and I had a choice. And y'all have a choice too. So y'all should go on with that with your education. Tough, because there's always somebody out here tough. I don't know where y'all from, but they're serious out here. So, anybody got a question?
What did you go to jail?
Nobody got a question?
Stan, what did you go to jail when you were a juvenile for?
I went for a juvenile case. I went for a robbery. Yeah, I was like 15. I was a robbery. I went to a juvenile case. A friend of mine, we still together. He was 18, so we went to prison. We're still good friends. Actually, he's a superintendent of a construction company I work for. So we make changes. We can bounce back. It's going to take work. So why do that when you can work down, party later, get your education, play your sports, get to college, man, take care of family. Life is too short. You got God, you got your family, you got your community, you got your hobbies. You do that, you should be all right.
What's living in Greaterford like? What is living in Greaterford like?
I mean, living anywhere in prison is bad. I mean, your worst day on the street is better than your best day behind the wall. I don't care. I asked them, all right days behind the wall, but never be compared to your worst day on the street. I mean, that's not good for nobody. It's for animals. So I'm constantly making a choice, not being in this stuff. I'm on parole for a while, so that's why I'm here. So hopefully I can get back and somebody else can see that I am trying to get back and let me go. So, but I do care about each and every one of y'all. I mean, I know none of y'all, but I care about all of you because I got kids your age. So I'll go pick my daughter up from the bus stop, or I'll go take her to the bus stop. I'll ride her around, you know what I mean? And if something I don't like and we don't speak, then guess what? We don't have to speak. But what I said is the fact that we're not going to do that anymore. So at the end of the day, why would I tell my kids anything wrong? Who don't know anything about boys than your dad? I was him. So why wouldn't you listen to me? So it's good to listen to your parents. I didn't listen to my parents either, but my dad did teach me how to be a gentleman. When I was young, I shoveled my neighbor's grass. Both neighbors. Had to go to my grandma's house. I couldn't have settled down. Now, if he ain't see it, I might be like, hey, but I instilled that in my kids too. You know, get your neighbors. My mom still don't carry her bags. I carry my mom bags in if she get in the car for me to wait. You know, a lot of times we disrespect our parents and we take it for granted. You know, some kids don't have fathers. Like I tell my kids, you grateful. I don't owe you nothing. Some kids don't have fathers. I see people walk by their kids every day. But you do have a figure that's here for you. And like I tell them, I made my mistakes, but I'm never going to lie to you. So you should listen to me. Just like you come here, take a day off of work, come here and lie to y'all. I ain't getting paid for this. I came here because I care. I was a bad guy like that, and I'm really trying to work hard to change. So when I help y'all, hopefully I'm helping somebody. Hopefully, I know I'm helping myself too, because I can get in trouble just like that. Anybody questions before?
So when you were in prison, were you away from your child?
Yeah, I'm away from everybody in jail, man.
How did you feel?
How did you feel?
Just sitting there, just knowing you can't see them.
Well, I mean, after a while, man, you can't change it. You gotta do what you gotta do. What I tried to do was prepare myself so I wouldn't be away from everything. I went to business cluster classes. I learned Microsoft, Bundle, WordPerfect. I did the whole business class. I went to college. I came home and went to college. I've been doing construction. I always did. So, prison is a bad place to be, but if you have to go there, then you can make the best of it. I mean, at least I try to make the best out of every situation. So, Like I said, many people may not know, but I'm well read. I love to read. I love to fish. I'm a good old boy at heart. But at one time, I was really into the streets like that. The only thing I regret is I feel like I could have been playing sports somewhere, man. My mom always said I was gonna buy her a big house. I said, I'm gonna buy you one. I'm gonna buy you one. My parents kicked out of cash. I went to Catholic school, got kicked out of Catholic school, went to public school, got kicked out of public school, went back to Catholic school, got kicked out of public school. I had it made. My friends went to Boston College, man. They good. It was one of the greatest games. Boston College against Notre Dame in '95. My best friend had 3 interceptions in that game. And I came as the second coming after him. I played running back and safety. And I was pretty good. But I got distracted. But I passed it on to my daughter. I want to pass it on to y'all. So I encourage y'all to get your education, man. Stay with sports, man. Your parents are great. Go to college. Any other questions?
So you said your life, obviously your life is made up of like a culmination of decisions, but do you think if you would have put more emphasis on, not being a cool guy in school, but your education, do you think you would have ended up where you ended up now, or do you think you would have taken another road?
Well, you know what, that's hard to say. I had a teacher, they always would tell me that I always was smart with the word. But they said, boy, if you applied yourself, you'd be good. I always got good grades, and I never even carried books. But if I would apply myself, I'm sure I could have been doing something else. I can honestly say that.
In your years of playing sports, is there a coach that stands out in your mind that was a positive impact, positive influence on you?
Well, I wouldn't say coach, but my dad would come and Brody and be a coach. And at first I was scared to hit. We would do a drill called the Nutcracker. When we round up here, not the one y'all do, the real one, when y'all go head on like that, and I turn around flip and run. And I had a king helmet, which was yellow. Ivy Hill Saints colors was green and white. So my dad would come. I played with 2 guys 2 years older than me because of my weight. I would have to wear like a trash bag to try to make the weight, so I had to play with guys with beards when I was a kid. But my dad would make me go with the biggest, toughest guys. And I'd be like, oh, come on, Pop. And I would go, and wow, I got ran over. I was like, it's not too bad. But actually, Joe was my pop. And I give y'all one short story. We down by a touchdown. Playing safety, my buddy Thomas Foley. He went to Westchester, played running back. He's on the Madden bus too. He plays Madden. He got an interception. He's running it back. We're about to win the game. I come try to make a block. The guy turned his back to me, man. I flattened him, and they called clipping on me. And all I did was try to make a play. But the only picture I got is my dad walking with his arm around me. He still was there for me. So it never even bothered me because I knew I was trying to do the right thing. But as far as the coaching, no, my pop was my coach.
Do you think you could be a high school football coach one day?
Well, actually,
Would you like to do that?
yeah, I am. Actually, my daughter's school, I've been going to her games. He didn't even have inbound plays made. I had to tell my daughter from the stand, cut to the basket off the inbound. Yeah. Well, Joe, to be honest, it was hard for me to find a path in life because a lot of things I did good in. And I've had people and women that tell me that I could do whatever I wanted to do. I don't know if I didn't have the confidence in myself or I just did what I wanted to do. So now I'm trying to do better things. See how I go. And one day at a time. That's all you can do. If I was man enough to stand up for a corner or whatever, I'm man enough to stand up for God. I'm a man of God. I ain't saying here beat nobody in the head with the Bible or nothing like that. But I've been in places with God, the only person I had, I couldn't call on mine. Hopefully y'all can be in that situation. Family is important, man. I hear my kids sometimes talk to my mom like, yo, you don't talk to my mom. At the end of the day, all these friends, they're not going to be there. You get in trouble, they're not going to be there. Your family is the only one going to be there. So that's why I will carry my mom back. Come home 10-hour day work or whatever. I still come to my house and take out the trash for them. I do that because I know they was there for me. So we respect the family and the parents. Education is important.
How important is a high school diploma? As you get out and you're looking for jobs, not having a high school diploma, does that really matter?
Well, I got a GED. Actually, I scored in the top percentile in Pennsylvania when I took my GED at the Brexit. But I guess I don't know. I mean, as long as you finish school, an associate's degree is like a high school diploma right now. So when I was growing up, you finished high school, all right, you did good. So it wasn't until I got older. I got a niece that's 35. I said, well, maybe I told you wrong. Maybe you should start going to school. So she graduated to be an RN. I went back to school, and so we started new presidents in my family. So I want all my kids to go to college. So associate's degree is nothing. Education is priceless. You get that, nobody can ever take it from you. It's yours.
I understand, when you were dealing drugs, what drugs were you dealing?
I mean, I dealt with a little bit of everything. I really was about the grades, so about the money.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if somebody came up to you to buy drugs, did you care anything about that person, or was it just the money?
Well, I care about everybody because actually when I grew up, several people I know grew up with. I know other people still see them today. So where I come is just the reality. It's there. I walked to the store, man. I mean, I couldn't turn on that age. I didn't know no better. That's what was being done. My brother went into service. I went down the streets. I grew up another way. But I still got a cap and gown, man. I finished out on top. And all y'all can too if you make the right choices. Instead of taking the route I made, did a route already laid out. Stay in school, get your education. It's cool to get a career. A career is cool. You don't have retirement, you got some money, and you don't have to worry about being out here in the streets. So, I mean, that's the best advice that I can tell you. I didn't take that, man. There's a lot of bad things. But I also done a lot of good things, and I'm a very good person. I love my kids, I love my family, that's most important to me. And I love the kids. And I spent the whole lifetime talking to my kids. And a lot of times I deal with them. A lot of these young guys get killed. I knew their grandmothers, I knew their moms. They watched me coming down the block. So, all the rap songs and stuff Preacher talking about, I was doing that 27 years ago. It's corny. It's all facade. They get paid. You can't get a job with tattoos on your face. You can't get a tattoo to say you're gangster and can't fight. Somebody can touch you.
In the previous class, you talked about you spent some time in solitary confinement. Can you tell the kids what that is like, or what happens to other people that couldn't cope?
Well, I got kicked out of Chester, which is a prison, and I had to go into a hole. I had to go graded for a hole for a while, like a little over a year, some change. Self by myself, with a fight. It's not a good place. Some people, they rape, people screaming in the night, string up and kill themselves and stuff like that. Me, I chose to make them better. So the more people would scream on the door and break, the more I would sit down and read, or the more I would work out, or the more I would visualize what I would do. All y'all, I'm sure, had visions in your head. Because I seen me coming up here more than 10 years ago. Before I went to prison, before I was doing bad things. Have a vision and stay with it. It all starts with a vision. Then you put your plan down. Joe told me about a flight course, and I stepped on that. So I have a plan. Got it out, write down your goals, short term, intermediate, make them attainable when you can do it. Stay down long enough to come up. I'm really proof to tell you all that.
Stan, excuse me,
Yep.
this is your second talk today.
Yes, it is.
How do you feel?
I feel like I feel every day, y'all. One thing about me, I keep the same face no matter what's going on in my life. I keep the same face and I keep the same attitude. I'm a respectable man. I like to be respected. I'm always smiling. See, I don't mind talking. It's the same thing every day, man. Just trying to get to the next one.
Speaking at the other side of the school, this morning you did a great job.
Appreciate that, Joe.
When we walked down the hall, what kind of feeling did you have in leaving that talk? How did you feel?
Well, leaving, it felt like surreal. It felt surreal because, I mean, to be honest, obviously he was a good guy, but I never had those kind of interactions with officers. I've been on the other side of that. But Officer Jacob, my heart didn't beat fast. I wasn't nervous. I mean, we here, so I don't want, I don't want people to have animosity. Some officers are actually good. My brother's a detective. That's how I go. But I had a good reaction coming in here. I feel calm. I seen little brothers and them. So I appreciate that, man. I really want to talk to y'all because I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is out here to be yourself. When I was growing up, it was a different generation. We always respected because we always unique. My friend was like this, so that means I'm going to have this approach. Now today's is like a rap pack. Nobody wants to be an individual. But I was loved in school, and I love that about my children. I can see all three of my personalities in them. Because I am very outgoing. And sometimes I'm very cautious and laid back. So, that's good. Anything else?
But what we can do is, I'm gonna pass out evaluations to the students, and if you have a moment in the hall, maybe some people wanna talk to you
If
privately.
anybody want to talk to me at all and ask me about anything personal, I'm sure I can answer. I'm sure I can do it. So, yeah, you know, I appreciate y'all for that. Young boy going to college, man, he's 6'8".
I don't know if you heard my